I get asked a lot of the same questions all the time. How I got into hats, how many hats do I own, how many hats is too many hats, do I have any gems for new collectors coming up, and how I came to design a hat along with a few others. So I figured instead of a normal unboxing today, why don't I answer some of your questions while I open these new additions to the collection. I bought my first fitted back in middle school, so around 2006, 2007. It was a two-tone Yankees, black crown, yellow visor, black nasty UV back then, of course. And I had my name embroidered on the side over the New Era flag. I thought it was so fly back then. And I picked it up from a store on Graham Avenue in Brooklyn. I'm actually sure that this store is still there. I bought a lot of different hats over the years, but it wasn't until 2019 that I got back into fitted hats. And if you're an early subscriber, then you might remember that video where I unboxed a OG pink bottom Yankees from Hat Club. Shout out to PBJ, Pink Bottom Just, and shout out to Frosty Preem, because I really think that's what got me to fall in love with fitted hats again. And I think the same is true for a lot of people. It's what got us back into that chase. This actually couldn't have worked out better. This is gonna make for a nice little full circle moment. Let me go ahead and take this hat out. This is a Hat Club Sweethearts Braves. I like what they did this year with the black and the soft metallics, the iridescence, the blues, the pinks. I'm feeling it. So this is a black crown, black visor, black button on top, Atlanta Braves. And on that Atlanta Braves front logo, you can see there's a soft metallic pink on the interior and a blue outline. A nice soft blue, soft pink. I'm feeling it because, you know, a lot of the Valentine's Day hats are often red, pink, and I have a lot of that from previous years, so this is a nice switch up. 1995 World Series side patch. It's real calm, nothing too crazy, but I do like the metallics on the outline, all of that gold in there, very nice. The black, of course. It's simple, but effective, very nicely done. Flat Batterman on the back, and I'm gonna give y'all a good look at that. Battermans, don't sleep on the Batterman, because a lot of the times, you know, this can make or break a hat, and I like this when you got that soft pink in there, like the front logo, a little bit of a darker pink as well in the corner, and some blue on the opposite side. That New Era flag has some metallic threading in it as well. It looks just like the outline of the side patch. So very nice coordination going on. Gray UV with a light pink sweatband, and they sealed it with a kiss right over here. You got the kiss graphic on the inside of the sweatband. Very nice touch, very nice touch. Some Hat Club branding, of course. This one has some really nice details that sealed the deal for me. The iridescent threading in that Batterman goes crazy. The metallics, I don't think I've ever seen that shade of metallic threading, that like light blue, very crispy silver metallics in there. I don't think I've ever seen that before, so that goes crazy. There are some new metallics that were introduced, so maybe that is some of those. Hat Club Sweethearts was one of the first, if not the first, hat that Hat Club ever sent me. It was a Sweethearts Yankees. So it's a collection that I always look forward to. Which brings me to a question that I get a lot, and that is, how did I get my Hat Club ambassadorship? It really goes back to those early videos of me unboxing different collections, giving my opinions, breaking them down, giving my reviews. Even if I didn't buy the hats that week, I still did breakdowns and reviews of what I thought of the different collections, staying true to what I liked, which at the time was a lot of Yankees and a lot of Dodgers. It did not matter to me if, you know, the panic of the week was a Stomper or Expos. I was gonna get the Yankees because that's what I really like. That really allowed my videos to stand out amongst what everybody else was doing. And at that time, there really wasn't a lot of people on YouTube talking about fitted hats. There was no fitted hat YouTube back then. From what I remember, there was me, there was Sean Stay Fitted, there was another YouTuber who I believe is named Ace. There wasn't a lot of us. Those are the people that I remember showing up, being consistent, and really getting into these drops. That's not to say that other people weren't doing their thing. I'm just saying that is who I remember being around. When Hat Club first reached out to me, the ambassador program wasn't a thing. The ambassador program came a year, maybe even a year and a half after working with them, after building that rapport with the store. When they first reached out, There was no ambassador program. If you want to do anything with brands, stores, what have you, the biggest pieces of advice that I can give you is one, stay consistent. And that speaks for itself, right? Show up, find your own authenticity, find your own unique way of doing things in your content that speaks to you, that's authentic to you. The second thing is going to be brand safety. Brand safety is, can these brands trust you to show up as a professional? Because at the end of the day, yeah, we all have a passion for hats and we all love hats, but can this brand trust you to be someone safe to represent them? Let's take a look at what else is in here. All-Star Weekend is around the corner, so of course, had to get an NBA hat. There are some other teams that'll be dropping alongside this Knicks joint, so if you're into NBA hats or you want to pick yourself up something new for, NBA All-Star Weekend, there will be some NBA hats dropping on the 13th. This one here, of course, has that royal blue crown, black visor, black button on top. The Knicks logo does have some nice blue metallics in there, along with that Knicks orange, some white on the outline. There's also some silver metallics as well in these corners of the logo right there. All-Star Weekend side patch, and I like the details in this one. There's the moon, the stars, New York going down the side there. We have a little NBA logo as well. It says All-Star Weekend right inside there. There's a lot of pewter metallic in there. And I believe that All-Star Weekend text as well as the date is a little iridescent. I'm seeing some iridescent hits. I don't believe that's a flat white at all. So that's a nice touch. No NBA logo on the back, and I do appreciate that. Style-wise, it's just cleaner for me personally. I like the no NBA logo on the back. Tonal New Era flag, gray UV, black sweatband. I don't have a lot of NBA hats in the collection, so this will make a nice addition. I really like just some of the design choices that they made. It's a good hat, which leads me to the next question that I get, which is how did I come to design a hat? A lot of people want to design hats, and I feel that it's dope to see the finished product of something that came from your imagination, something that came from your mind translated to a physical project. So I get that. I've designed 4 hats at this point. All of the hats were designed in collaboration with Hat Club. Shout out to y'all, those of y'all that have copped one or even have all 4. That's super dope. I'm definitely grateful for the opportunity, and there are a lot of people in the hat space who have gone from collector to designer. Immediately who comes to mind is Wilder Fitteds. Wilder Fitteds was a collector, and now he is a hat designer at Hat Club, and he runs the social media. So it's definitely possible. The opportunities are out there that a lot of y'all hit me up and ask about. The opportunities are out there. You just have to be prepared. That is like the number one piece of advice that I can give you. Imagine a line of people, 100 people in line, and it's your turn, but you show up without a mock-up, without an idea. You have nothing. You're not ready for that opportunity. So my best advice is to get ready so that when that door opens for you, you can walk through prepared, you have your mock-up, or at the very least, you have an idea of what you're trying to do with this hat. YouTube University is a huge help. Get online, learn how to make mock-ups in Photoshop. I promise you, it is not that difficult. If you right now sat down and dedicated yourself to learning how to do mock-ups, you could probably knock it out in like 2 days. You can learn how to do it in like 2 days if you really put the time in. And then you will have a mock-up ready to go when it's your turn. If you want any opportunity, not even just hats, it's important that you are prepared when you start DMing people asking to be put on. Okay, you can't shoot DMs being like, oh, can you put me on? Can you introduce me to this person? And you're not ready. It's really that simple. Show up prepared for what you are asking for. How many hats do I own and how many hats is too many hats? I track all of my hats in a spreadsheet so that I can keep track of store, color, so on and so forth. It just makes it a little bit easier to keep up with. I'm definitely past 300. I stopped updating the spreadsheet a couple of months ago, so it is a little bit behind, but I know that I am in the 300s, deep in the 300s. Is that gluttonous? Is it too many hats? I don't know. And I'm not one to judge. If you have space and you're still passionate about it, like I'm still passionate about it and I still love hats, then I'm gonna keep collecting. As long as I have space, I'm gonna keep collecting. But I have become very picky about hats. I'm very selective about what I add to the collection because space is valuable. I don't buy just anything and I don't accept just anything either. If I'm gonna make a space for it, I have to really like it. If you're building a collection right now, make sure that it reflects you. If your collection doesn't reflect you, doesn't reflect what you like, that doesn't even sound like a collection to me. It just sounds like storage. You're just storing hats. For what reason? I don't know. My style has changed over the years and that slightly changes my taste in hats. So if you're watching this right now and you've been collecting hats for a while, down below in the comment section, let me know how your taste in hats has changed over the years, whether it be because of space, whether it be because of time and keeping up with drops, or whether it be just, you know, a waning interest or a gaining interest for the people that are just coming in who are new to hat. It's a new year and come March, I will have been doing this for 6 years. So I'm very grateful for it. I'm grateful that y'all are still rocking with me. And I wanted to share what I've learned this far and just answer some of y'all questions. My DMs are always open to help if I can. Hat Club Sweethearts, these are on the website and the app right now. And the Hat Club NBA hats, they're dropping quite a few NBA hats. So check out the app, check out the website, but I know these in particular drop on the 13th. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, show a small YouTuber some love. I really appreciate it. And I will check y'all out in the next one.